Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. And welcome to my Terminator Dark Fate Trailer 2 reaction. Yes, about a year and a half ago, we were all very, very excited when we heard Deadpool 1 director was going to be doing a Terminator movie, but not just that. James Cameron would be producing, and it would be written by James Cameron and David Goyer. David Goyer from the Dark Knight trilogy, Batman v Superman. Man is still one of my favourite storytellers. Surely this is going to be a great movie when nobody knows. Now, after we react to this trailer, I'm going to talk about it and stuff like that, but I'm also going to be talking about, is there still a big audience for the Terminator franchise? And I think that is a big talking point, no matter how good or bad this movie is. Should we begin?
Talk fast. First. My name is Sarah Connor. August 29th, 1997. It was supposed to be Judgment Day. But I changed the future. Saved 3 billion lives. Enough of a resume for you? No. You have changed the future. You didn't change our fate. I know you're scared, but I'm here to protect you. Never seen one like you before. Almost human. I am human. Just enhanced. Why do you care what happens to her? Because I was her.
I can see you're very upset. I'm going to help you protect the girl.
Nobody else is gonna let me help me. If you don't make it, everybody dies.
Expect a big pain, brother. Whole body's a weapon. Sorry.
When this is all over, I am going to kill you.
I understand.
I'll be back.
Wow, what do you think of that then? I really enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty awesome. Look, I grew up. Look, I'm 46 years old. I watched the first Terminator movie, which I loved, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. A lot of people don't like that film. I thought that was quite a good film. And then we had Christian Bale's one. Again, I didn't mind it. It was a fresh idea that people didn't like because it wasn't very Terminator-like. We had Terminator Genesis. Again, a pedestrian movie. That's the problem with that, a pedestrian movie. But I said it all along. Is there an audience for these Terminator movies like there is for the MCU, the DCEU, Avatar, these kind of big films? Are people really interested, or is it just us from our generation? I think it's the latter. I think the problem is here with this film, it is clearly another rerun of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. By the way, Diego Luna looks fucking amazing in this film, and what he's doing, he looks so badass, as you Americans would say. He looks brilliant. The other actors look great, and the chemistry between Arnie and Linda Hamilton is still there. And Linda Hamilton, what she's doing in the film from these trailers that we've seen, Absolutely. Looks amazing. But as I say, we're being sold a lemon in a way. It's exactly the same thing as we've seen before. Evil Terminator lands. Good Terminator helps Linda Hamilton's character. They've got new characters which they're with, and they're basically fighting this evil Terminator who wants to kill them, blah, 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 so they can take over the world. Right? Yeah? That's basically the story. And my problem is you've done this before. As awesome as this looks, and look, whether this film is the best film we've ever seen or another piece of mediocre crap, also this thing where we're cancelling out other Terminator films, this is what Bryan Singer attempted to do with Superman Returns, and it didn't work. Now, I think this movie will work for I think for the audiences who grow up with Terminator, this is brilliant, and it's definitely going to work. But for me, and I've said it before, the only way you can bring a new generation, and apparently the whole thing is the young girl is the future, and they're going to set it all up for the future movies and everything, and maybe it will end up really good. Maybe it won't. We will see. But the point is here, and I've always said this, the way Terminator can work for me is on television, especially now with streaming and the way TV shows are made like movies, right? I think the only way this works, right, if you set it, you give it a kind of The Walking Dead kind of thing. So you're in the future, there's a civil war between humanity and the machines, there's a rebellion, and you focus on the human stories of the rebels, you see them kicking ass against the machines at times, you've got a great show on your hand. I think that would work somewhat, right? I just don't feel a movie franchise is going to work. Because as I say, I just don't think there's enough people who are going to come in for this movie. It does look awesome. You see something like the Terminator ship, the skeletons there as well are pretty awesome. I think we have a flash forward, that kind of split of the machine there as well. I mean, the visuals from Tim Miller look absolutely brilliant. It's a brilliant trailer, and I really liked it. I'm actually looking forward to this film. I don't want you to misunderstand me, but I'm just not sure if there's an audience for this Terminator franchise. And I think it will be better placed to have a kick-ass civil war in the future between man or woman, or man and woman, right? And beast between these Terminator machines. I think that could be pretty special. Even the Terminator TV show was more of the same, right? John Connor, and Sarah Connor running away from machines and threats. It was pretty much the same. And I liked that show. Again, it's the same thing. But give me a TV show where we're in the future. The machines have taken over. We have a civil war between humans and the machines, right? We have the human stories with the rebels, and maybe some interesting stories with the machines. Maybe one of them is getting some kind of human emotions, has regret, anything. You could do so many things with this if you set it where we've always wanted it to go to eventually. But they've always been too scared to set a story in this fight, in this future. They've tried to prevent, right, Judgment Day. What if it isn't prevented, right, and we actually see it play out within a 5-season TV show? Now, that's something I'd love to watch. So what did you think of this trailer? Are you excited for Terminator Dark Fate, or are they really, really taking the mickey now, doing yet another Terminator movie? I'm excited, but to you?